This is the Boom Podcast. The podcast that shows you how to build an amazing business so you can build an amazing life. The Boom Podcast starts now.
Season 4 continues on. Season 4 rolls on.
Yay.
Oh man, you know what though? Not a lot left in season 4.
No.
We're
getting there.
Can we take a quick pause?
Yeah. Christian, let's hard cut the music.
Yeah, thank you, Christian. Christian, if you could just, with the same excitement and tone and veracity that you just did,
Yes.
Yeah.
could you repeat the yay that you did?
Yay.
No.
Yay.
No, give me the actual. So he said,
Yay.
here came Terry. Terry came in, and we're back for season 4,
Yay.
and we're excited. And then
Yay.
you said,
I don't know what I said.
Christian, it was more like this. Yay.
Oh, yeah.
It was the most disappointing.
The
yay.
trail off. It sounded okay.
The trail off.
We're back.
So great.
I'll match that energy, Christian. Welcome back to season 4. I feel like that's how like the quarantine thing was for people.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, quarantine. Hey, kids are out of school. This is crazy. Okay.
Mega, have you
Oh,
noticed?
boy.
I think, and I can't remember. We may have talked about this a lot. You know what? We've done a lot of episodes.
There's been a lot of
Yes.
episodes.
I just
Yeah.
feel like an old married couple. And
We
like
really
you just
are.
hear the same story.
Same stories. Have we told you this before?
Our daughter Kaya,
Yeah.
who's 7, have you noticed that she has a upward inflection on most of her sentences?
No.
Which has always been like if I see a speaker, for some reason, it always just gets under my skin because
You mean
then
like
I'll
she up
notice it.
talks? Like at the end?
Is that what it's called?
Give me an
Uptalk?
example.
So she'll naturally talk up at the end, and then when she's talking about the next sentence, she'll
Yeah.
go up there, and then everything will end up in here, and then now she'll keep going up into there.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
so there's this natural
I'll
upward
have to
inflection
listen.
at the every sentence.
Yeah, up talking.
And I so like when I hear speakers do it, like I'll catch it, and then I can't like I'm
unhear
not
it.
even listening to content anymore.
It's
I'm
all
just
you can hear.
hearing the upward. So
That's
anyways, and I
interesting.
was like, do I need to correct this? How do I
She's
do I get
pretty
ahead of this now?
I don't know. I
You're
mean,
up
she's
talking now.
Is this a
7.
child?
You were up talking
Is
just
this
now.
a child thing?
Is it?
Well, he's asking a question.
Oh, he's asking a question.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
Well,
But
maybe
when
not now.
everything sounds like a
Yeah.
question. That's when it's a problem.
Yeah,
I
the
think
other one's
she's just
vocal
young.
fry. We talk down like that.
Oh yeah. Our friend Dave, shouts out to Dave, not a listener of the show at all, but his wife Karen
His
might
wife
be.
does,
Yeah. Hi, Karen.
She or he,
Oh, is this Dave in speech?
Dave, yeah, he can't stand the vocal fry.
Yeah, vocal fry.
Yeah.
At the end of a sentence, that's how you really make him mad.
Yeah.
Let me get some fry with that
awesome.
shake booty.
Things could kill you.
I had a thought
Shotgun
about
bang.
that. I can't remember.
I'm not worried
what it
about
is.
Kaya Todd. She's good. She's excited.
fine.
Nobody ever listens to her. She's one of 4. So she's just like, you're listening. I'm excited.
Todd said something about how much podcasting we've done. Is this episode 200 right now?
Episode 200.
200,
yes.
you guys! Our 200th episode!
We made it.
We did it. We did it. And more importantly, you, the listener, you did it. Hoots to you. I remember for our 100th episode, we had quite a celebration. We were
did,
all
yes.
in tuxes,
We
including
had
Megan.
clips.
Yeah.
Remember clips?
We played clips for
Yeah.
our favorite. We catered in food
Yep.
from
Yeah.
some of the best
Surf and
area
turf
restaurants. We were
from
surf and turf.
Long
That's
John
right.
and Taco Bell.
That's right.
We
Surf and turf.
presented a check to producer Christian for $10 million as a little thank you.
I spent it all, by the way.
And just
It
now,
cost us $25 when you cashed that.
that's true. It was an expensive check to get printed.
The big
The
fat
giant checks are
Oh,
expensive.
yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they're
expensive.
expensive. And then just now we're like, wait, is this 200? Yay, Christian.
It's like your wedding anniversaries. You're like, year 1,
Yeah.
year 5. And then you get to like 17 and you're like,
Hey.
Did you
happy
guys?
anniversary.
Oh, is it
Love
today?
you.
Oh.
How are you?
Oh,
How
yeah.
many years? How old am I?
Did you guys bring in gifts for each other to celebrate?
No.
Of course.
But I'll take my gift from you.
I went with the modern. If you look
Oh,
at like
okay.
if you Google, anniversary gifts.
Yes.
I thought you meant for the
podcasts.
200.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
you bring a gift for that.
Yeah, so it's
What is
linen.
the-
Linen.
I do have
for
gifts.
200 is linen. That's the traditional one. The modern is silver.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Silver.
But you got
Yeah.
us linen?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, the modern
So you have us
is linen.
linens, or you have a silver for us?
I got you
I'll get my
linens.
gifts. Hold on.
Apparently, Christian's going to get his.
All right, there he
Get
goes.
us the good ones.
I think he's probably going to grab napkins. I bet you anything. He's grabbing. Oh, Kleenex. Is it Kleenex?
I don't know. Post-its?
Uh.
Oh,
He's
guys.
got Boom podcast stickers.
So thoughtful.
That's right.
Wait, where are we? We're over here.
We
This way. There you go.
So for those listening right now, we have
Thank you.
We tried to convince Terry that the best thing we could do for our podcast is buy about 500 stickers with our Boom logo on them.
Yeah.
And so we have about 485 left.
That's right.
This is the new logo.
I had to make him. I had to
This
get
is
him for the
logo.
mic
This
flags.
is a good logo.
You got rid of the flags.
Darn
So
good
anyways,
logo.
if you would like your own sticker at home to celebrate your
Yep.
200th listen,
send a self-addressed stamped envelope to the Boom
Not a
Real Estate
postcard.
Podcast.
Not a postcard.
No, not a postcard.
Yeah.
SASE, baby. Let's go. Okay, well,
6 to 8 weeks for delivery.
6 to 8 weeks for delivery,
Yeah.
of course, processing, shipping, handling, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot that goes it goes into us sending you a sticker in your SASE. Let's continue on with season 4, please. Producer Christian, season 4. Ooh, a little live button. Megan, that was a pretty high note that you just hit. Well
Oh, yeah,
done.
that
can we
was
try to match
definitely
it? Can we do it?
Nope.
The four of us?
Oh, we're
Let's
gonna
do
do it
it.
right
How
now?
about
Yeah,
wait?
let's do
How
it
about on
live.
the? How about
Oh,
on
I
the,
like it.
on the finale?
Oh, the finale.
That's
Okay,
a great
yeah,
way to
save
do
for the
it.
finale.
We'll do the A/B comparison. We'll play it so that it gets in our heads, and then we'll sing it live a cappella.
That's right.
That's something to look forward to. Megan is psyched out of her mind right now. You YouTube viewer, you enjoy Megan's
If it makes
reaction.
you
Both
feel
you
better
guys.
too, we're
Yeah.
gonna do the outro. The last one we're gonna do it on the patio too, so Christian's neighbors can hear us screaming.
Season 5,
man.
we're gonna try to replicate the dubstep music intro vocally as
Nope.
well.
That'll
So
be fun,
look
yeah.
forward to that. Let's move on about the virtual working, and today we're talking about retaining remotely, which is
Yes.
tricky. So we talked about building culture in a virtual world, which is tricky itself, but retention, if you're a team, if you're a brokerage, super huge, Megan, super huge.
Amazing. Retention is a big old deal. It's key. It is key. Key to the client base growth, key to your relationships and your referrals, key to a brokerage to keep their teams together and their agents long term. But here's the deal. The bottom line is don't put all this time in to any relationship that isn't building a long-standing relationship that is growing and fruitful for everybody for both sides for years to come.
That feels like a direct slam to the Boom Real Estate
A little
podcast.
bit, yeah.
Does that not feel like Megan is trying to
Little bit,
to like lay the groundwork?
just saying.
Okay, well, it's
Just
not bad advice.
Throwing it out there, guys.
Not bad advice. Yeah. Okay, so, but flesh out what you're talking about there,
Yes.
Megan. Tell me more.
So really and truly, we're just saying you are putting all this work forth as an agent to get a client.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's some of the hardest. You get the client,
Right.
you do the transaction, and then some people close and they walk away and they're not retaining those people as clients
Yes.
and referral sources. And it's just crazy. Why not? You put all this time and energy and you built a relationship. You have to put the energy forth to retain them. And the
love it.
same with an agent. You add agents to your teams and to your brokerages. And then do you just let them go out on an island, or do you keep them close and help retain them for years to come and grow that
It
relationship?
is mystifying because it's so much easier to keep a warm
Yes.
lead
Yes.
or a
Yes.
customer, and you're going to get your business off your customer. It's like so
Yep.
obvious.
Right.
It is. It is a game changer if you put more into what you already have, those relationships, and maintaining those and making them better instead of going out and finding cold business again.
My dad just say, book a business. Go back to your book of business.
Go back
Yeah.
to your book
I
of
feel
business.
like some people may look at it as though it's like a fear of rejection. And it's not so much like they're good with cold leads, because if they're going to be rejected, they want to be rejected by strangers.
Right.
Interesting.
But like a warm lead, there's fear of rejection there.
That's
like
a good
they
point.
use somebody else.
Yeah.
So
I know these people. What if they
Yeah.
don't like me?
yeah, I've had clients that friends or something that haven't used me, and I followed up with them to just see what, like, hey, I saw you listed your house. Congratulations, that's really cool. Just wanted to find out, like, did I do something wrong? And they're just like, and then they would have that honest conversation, like, hey, we're going through a divorce, and it's just you were too close, or
Yeah.
or we're having some financial issues, and we just thought it'd be easier to use somebody that doesn't know us too well. I'm like, all right. completely understand.
I had a listing that came my way that way where I was the beneficiary, the recipient of the listing.
Okay.
And there was a couple that had bought my listing previously, contacted me because they were getting a divorce, and the judge said, just reach out to the listing agent from the time you bought the house so that neither of you is bringing your own realtor into the situation.
Yeah.
So I listed the same house twice within like 18 months.
Yep.
It was crazy.
I just listed one yesterday, and that was they said they reached out and said we're going to use you, and we're really excited about it. And basically they said, and I did have to tell my really good friend who's also a realtor that we weren't using her just because she was too close to the situation. I was like, yeah, you really don't, like in these situations, you don't want that person
Arm's
to
length.
Arm's length.
Let me support that.
That's totally smart. And then on the other side, like, you didn't use me. I'm your best friend.
I know. What's wrong with you?
Just use it however it works for you. Okay, so Todd, you're going to kick us off today as we talk about retention, talking about the agent-client relationship there, right?
Yeah, so when we're talking about virtual world for agents working with clients, CRM is a must. It is a must. You have to have a CRM. We talk about this whether you're virtual, whether you're not virtual. I don't care where you is.
Wow.
You will get a CRM, and you will like it. Yes.
Woo.
And you're going to go do it right now.
That's a hot take. You came in hot. I totally agree with everything you just said.
Yeah.
You don't care if you like it. You're going to do
You
it.
will do it.
As long as you live under my podcast, you will have a CRM.
So go get you a CRM. Make sure that
get
you
you
have
one.
everything in there. I mean, you want to have. There's so much to a CRM. If you're using it properly, you are dictating notes.
Is that the word?
I don't know why you're dictating notes. Isn't that where somebody types it for you?
Todd, take this down.
Yeah, see.
Called this person. Stop. We're not home. Stop.
I like that. That's like
We need to add the stop back into texting when you're
Yes.
right.
I agree.
Yes.
Right? That was like the original voice to text.
It was the original text. Yeah, it was.
Literal voice to text. That's true.
But you could be having things like having your information about the stats on these people, where they're from, the background information, Sorry, I just looked at the notes. Megan, I don't mean to call you out
Say
again.
silly putty.
But
Yeah, I know. I didn't know where we're going on this note
but
either.
you said the story about the cougar agent. I don't know these things.
Okay.
This is the second time this season where
we've
there's
had
a
confusion
note.
in the notes.
Like, what does this mean? By the way, season 1 and 2, we would talk about this before the show started.
Not
Now
four.
we're 200
No.
deep, you know? I mean, at this point, let's just get it figured out right now, and then Todd will tell the story. It's so good.
I just feel like you should know what I'm thinking all the time.
The
like,
cougar story
cougar
time.
agent.
I'm
Okay.
thinking,
Cougar
in my
agent.
mind, I'm like, all right, is John
Just
Cougar
guess it.
Mellencamp?
No. Okay,
no,
no,
haven't done a
no.
transaction with him.
Okay.
It could be
He does
like,
not
you
go
know,
by
a
cougar,
cougar,
by the way.
like a mom.
He doesn't go by
No.
cougar.
It's an agent.
It's funny when you call him that.
Is
though.
she a cougar?
No,
Like,
it's a boy. Okay, maybe it was.
Oh, it's a he?
He had his own.
It's a he cougar?
He had his
that a
own
thing?
brokerage, like
I think those are
Puma
called
Realty
Panthers.
or Cougar Realty.
Oh, okay. I got you now.
See, I just had to
Oh,
guess.
coming
See?
back. Thanks for putting cougar because it has nothing. It's a puma. It was all about puma.
Wrong wildcat. My bad.
He might be using this. There's a
That's how
so
the sausage is made.
this goes back to which I'm
the
sure
podcast.
This all in. We'll fix it in post.
We'll fix it in post.
Do it live.
We're
Oh,
doing
it's
it
been
live.
a long time since we
I
broke,
don't have
but
it,
we'll
though.
do it live. That's
I
good.
have it up.
Yeah, so basically, this kind of goes to what I was talking about before. And we grew up in a brokerage that didn't know, or that we just didn't know anything other than you work your sphere. Like, that's what you do. And so
Right.
it makes sense to us. And then I found out there was a guy that was looking for a new agency. And I was just asking him, like, what are you doing to build your business? And like, what do you, like, what kind of retention rate do you have in terms of past clients using you and stuff? And he's like, past clients? He's like, no, like, everything
Yeah.
I use is
They're all new.
He has no follow-up. Like, he didn't know
Wow,
that
yeah.
there was an option to do that. He thought you close the home and you move on.
Moving along.
Like, wash the hands of that
Yeah,
one.
that's the way. That's tough, man.
Right? And that's what
That's
his
business the
plan
hard
was.
way.
And I was like, no, that's like, you're missing out on so much
Yeah,
opportunity.
yeah.
And that brings me to the idea of, like, we saw this in a NAR episode. We were listening to NAR, and they were talking about the fact that they said the stats are something like 91% of the people said they would use an agent again, the same agent again,
Yep.
but only 11% actually do.
Right.
And the reason, the reason that people don't reuse the same agent is simply because they don't hear from them again. They've moved on, and guess what? Another agent has come in and swooped and is now marketing to them. Whereas if you would have been marketing to them that whole time, you would get that repeat
Yep.
business. So that's something that you got to have a CRM so that you can A, remember who the heck these people are, but B, then you can formalize a plan to follow up with them.
Don't be a cougar.
Don't be a cougar. Don't
That's right.
be a cougar. And then the touch system that we would suggest, this is our FPG touch system. So when we say FPG, this would be Megan and Terry and our brokerage. This is what we suggest to them, which we pretty much just stole from Gary Keller in his Millionaire Real Estate book or whatever it is. But it's basically, we do like a 33 touch method. So you got your 2 newsletters per month. And again, we would do e-newsletters because we're virtual. We would have videos in there because we highly suggest it. That's 24 touches right there.
Boom.
Then we do 2 events, 2 client appreciation events this year, or each year we'll do 2 events. And those are for our whole brokerage, but I know that a lot of our agents will also do individual events as well. And so those will increase it. So now you got another couple touches.
Yes.
Then you'll do a couple calls a year. Sorry.
Actively listening. That is wonderful.
For anybody that's not
No, we'll talk about this off air. No, we'll talk about it off air.
So I'm going to keep going. So you're going to do 2 calls
it
here.
live.
These could be birthday calls. These could be invites to the events. You're going to do 4 mailers. These are great, easy ones. Seasonal mailers. Hey, here's some maintenance tips that you can do this year. You could do those. Okay, there's another 4 touches. Then you do a birthday card, or you know, right there. That's 33 touches right there. And we haven't even done a lot of the other stuff we could do with text messages on home anniversaries and seasonal calls where you're just checking in on them to say, hey, starting to get cold. You doing all right there? I know how you don't like the cold. All right. You can do all kinds of funny stuff. You can have VIP events. You can have Golden Goose events where you're inviting the people that referred business to you.
No, you just
or you
invite
can just
geese.
invite geese.
Literal geese.
Only golden geese.
I'm having a VIP goose event. I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to just surround them with geese.
Yeah.
Say, enjoy.
Oh, people love geese.
People love geese.
That's right.
They're the most underrated bird.
They really
Of
are.
all the poultry.
No, I hate geese.
No, everybody hates geese. They're the worst.
We got a laser for our house because we live on water.
Wait, what?
Yeah,
A laser?
So we live on water,
Pointer,
and somebody
a
had told us
laser
a long
pointer.
time ago that if you, if the geese come to your lake, you can shine a laser at them, and they hate it, and they'll fly off. And so then
Does it work?
So yeah, I bought like this high intensity
You know, planes
laser.
hate it too. You got to try that.
What's that?
Oh,
Planes.
no.
Oh, it's-
Airplanes.
I think they frown upon that. So, but I've been shining it at the geese, and they all fly off, and like, boom, I can get rid of
crazy?
them.
Nice.
So it does
But they're
work.
sneaking in at night though, because we're
Do you shine
finding
it like in
geese
their eye
poop
or like-
all over still.
Or like in their...
No, I put it in front of them.
Yeah, but you never
Oh,
see them
okay.
at daytime.
Back to the poop.
Yeah.
Yep.
You gotta bring it
Every
up again.
single episode.
Every episode.
By the way, one thing I
It's
wanted to
gotta
comment
slide
on that
in.
we loosely touched on right there was celebrating referrals. One of the best things you
Yeah.
can do to build a repeat referral business is celebrate those referrals, which means that if people are giving you referrals that you are saying, A, thank you so much immediately, then through the referral, you might touch in with them and be like, hey, we just closed on Billy's house. Thank you so much for that referral. And then at the end of the year, you invite them to a referral party where basically you're inviting anybody that gave you a referral
To be
that
surrounded
year,
by geese.
so that they're surrounded by other referring
What a
people.
treat.
Oh, the
Golden geese.
What a treat.
And then Megan put in here random touches and pop BFs, which I know was supposed to be
We gotta
pop
read
buys,
from-
but I'm pretty sure she might have meant invite or bring them like a pop boyfriend. So just like I brought
Tell
you
the
a
cougar
boyfriend.
story again. Tell the cougar story again. We're dying here. Tell the cougar story.
So all that being said, just make sure you have a system which is done through your CRM, and it will
Yeah.
help remind you to make sure that you get stuff done.
High quality content, Todd. Thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Let's go to Megan, who's going to
I need
handle.
to like triple review anything Todd's going to read because he's
I'm going to
totally
read everything
got,
literally now.
Literally, whatever's there
You're
is
not
getting
going to
read.
translate or anything.
Not going to fix
He
it.
didn't used to do this. He used to like be
He
like,
did
oh
used to.
yeah, and then he just read it how he knows it's supposed to be. But
Listen.
now he's like, mm-mm.
This is episode 200. We're changing
Yes.
our game.
We're upping
That's right.
the bar.
Upping the bar.
Now, do you see that I also blamed it on him when in reality it could have just been my writing has gotten worse and worse. You know, at episode 200. But I threw you
We're
under
upping
the
the
bus.
bar. Is that should be our
I thought we were
phrase for the
lowering
next
it.
Well,
100
for season
episodes.
5. Season 5.
Okay.
Upping the
That's
bar.
probably a good idea.
We're going to take that bar. We're going to
gonna
up
up
it. Christian loves it. All right, Megan, teams /
All right.
brokerages.
All right, let's talk about retention on the brokerage team level, which is super important. This happens a lot. If you guys look at teams, the turnover rate at brokerages and teams are just too high. It shouldn't be that high for it's just like your clients. Some are really good, some are not good. But
Right.
when you take the time to get to know these agents. You interview them, you train them, and you put all this time in, and then they leave a year later. That stinks. So you've done that because you don't have the systems, the communication, all the fun stuff to keep them loyal and keep them with you. So what you're going to do on this level is mirror your client efforts to relate to your agents and staff. So we do this a lot. You hear people talking about using a CRM and a touch system and all these things for your clients, but not taking that over to a team or to agents. So that's what we're proposing.
Yes.
Since they're so important to you, retain them.
Yep.
This is like the Southwest Airlines, that thought process of your staff and your employees, which agents aren't employees, but those people are who you should pour into the most, because if they're happy, they will be good to their clients.
Yep.
So that's what we're saying. They're very important. Spend the time and money on your team.
Yeah.
So here's what you're going to do. You're going to have a plan
Yep.
and a strategy to do this and a system.
A plan, a canal, a strategy, a system.
Yeah.
Off we go.
It's a palindrome.
It is a palindrome.
For real?
Yeah, you can say a man, a plan, a strategy, a system.
Where did canal come from?
Oh, did I say canal?
Yeah.
A man, a plan, a canal, a strategy, a system is literally the same backwards and forwards.
She said it is.
Over to you,
I
Megan.
didn't know
Here we
that.
go. What do we do at FPG? What do we do at FPG, Megan?
Just sad about myself. Okay. So disappointed.
FPGPF.
Do you guys want to hear
Right.
a fun one that I just saw on the Tickety Tackety?
Yeah, I love the
Neil.
Tickety-Tackety.
He's a
Is this Todd's TikTok report?
astrophysicist. He's a really smart dude.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Yeah, that guy. He was saying, my favorite thing ever, fun fact that I know, is that, did you know that 11 plus 2 is 13? Did you know that 12 plus 1 is 13? Did you know that 11 plus 1 is 13 letters, and 12 plus 2 is 13 letters, and you can mix up those letters and they still spell the same thing. The same exact letters in 11 plus 1 and 12 plus 2. Sorry, 11 plus 2 and 12 plus 1.
Neil deGrasse
I didn't say it as well as he did, but... boom.
Impressive.
There you go.
Megan, what do you think of that? Megan loves it. Megan's excited about it. You know what? This would be a great time for Todd Silly segment. Could we open
think
up the
so.
shop
Let's
on the
take-
Todd Silly segment before we get to the main plan, the canal?
Todd Silly segment.
Hey, by the way, I want to share with you that I am saving the story that I had that I thought would probably upset Terry the most.
I thought we already did that.
I
this
have been
season.
sitting on that. I'm going to save it for the last episode.
Here's the problem. Like the
not
wrap
the
up.
outro, not the wrap up.
Okay.
Yep.
Are we
My
done with
problem
the segment
was-
over? Did we wrap
No,
the segment?
no,
Oh, okay.
no,
I thought
not
we were
yet.
wrapping
Don't
the
close it
segment.
up yet.
Okay.
No. My concern is that he said at the very beginning, he's like, I have a story. There's one that Terry's really not going to like, and I'm not going to say when it's happening. We had a couple where I was like, that had to be it.
Yeah.
And now I know.
Yeah, no.
No, we haven't even
Wasn't
got
even
there
close.
yet.
Your
No.
intestinal
He
fortitude
talked-
has been better than I thought, though. So this
You
might
have,
not.
in the last episode,
upset
you
as
talked
much.
about pulling
Nope.
rags out of animals
Right.
through
their digestive system,
digestive
yeah.
Also
tract.
known as their buttocks.
Also known as their buttocks. That is not the gross
Which
story.
I have
that is
done,
not
by
the
the way.
one that's
I've
going to
done
bother
that.
you.
You've done that,
Oh, yeah,
Christian?
yeah.
We should never.
He had a dog who would eat everything.
All right, let's wrap up Todd Silly
Yeah.
segment.
Are we
No,
done?
I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. No.
Okay, sorry. Okay. That was
There-
close.
Megan, have you ever had that talk of? And this is going to
no.
actually, I'm
I'm
going to
so
leave this
scared.
off.
Are you skipping that
did
section?
Todd just self-edit? That's a
did.
big deal. And I'm
It's
really
so
nervous.
bad. Todd wouldn't read
No,
it.
Todd, don't. Now
It was
don't go
something
back
about
on it.
animals, and I'm like, you don't piss off the animal community.
Yeah.
That's
That's
the one
true.
rule.
That's true.
Don't
Don't do that.
podcast.
Is it a community?
Yeah.
Don't
Oh.
do that.
Oh, yeah.
It's
I'm
Animal
in it.
community?
Let's
Oh,
do
yeah,
this.
Yeah. All right. So this is. Aren't you glad you're not a celebrity?
Ooh. Most people would say,
I
I
know.
don't know about
Right.
this, but
I know we're
Tell
glad
us.
we're not celebrities.
well, we don't understand. We've been celebrities ever since episode
Right.
1, and now here we are.
At the height of their first swell of popularity,
Hanson.
Joe Jonas
Oh, so
Oh,
close.
not-
So
shared
close.
that the craziest thing they'd ever been given was a dead shark. Nick
What?
Jonas elaborated. It wasn't a real big shark, though. It was only a baby shark, but they've preserved it in this tube for us. That was odd. They didn't even leave a note explaining. It was
Tube?
just a dead shark. And that's my story.
Wow.
Why would somebody...
Okay, Terry, let's move.
All right, a plan.
Over to you, Megan.
a system, a strategy.
Wait, before you
We're
go,
fine, Todd.
No,
We're good.
it's on Megan. I
did-
can't change the shot.
I did. Well, you can, I'll talk as
Okay.
her. I read a lot of celebrity stories. There's obviously some like crazy people.
So
out
you're saying
there.
because of that, it would be terrible to be the Jonas Brothers. Is that kind of your
Yes,
point?
yeah, like you wouldn't want to be the
You would
Jonas
definitely
Brothers
wouldn't
'cause
want to be
you're
the
getting
Jonas
dead
Brothers.
sharks in the mail.
Dead
Just
sharks.
one-
That would be
one dead
awful.
shark in a
One
tube,
dead
though.
shark.
I mean, I don't think they're probably opening their own mail anyway.
No,
so.
they are. They're like, the Amazon truck is here! And then, oh, crap, another dead shark. They got us again. This is why you have the 6-foot stalker.
There was
Rule.
yeah, you got to keep a social distance. It's for me and them.
I thought you were going to say he went on to write Baby Shark, and now you know the rest of the story.
There was a celebrity that shared a story that she had broken her foot or ankle or something like that, and she got a letter later with photos of a fan that to basically like feel what her celebrity crush broke her own ankle so that she could be there too. And so it's like,
that's
look, I'm right here with
scary.
you.
No, that's
so, like,
scary.
that's
That's
the
like the
crazy stuff.
mental.
That's like Misery, like Stephen
Yes.
King movie Misery.
Like
Ooh,
this.
all
That's
right,
exactly
let's
it.
move on
Good
now.
movie.
Let's move on now. That was the least silly segment we've had. A
Yes.
plan, a strategy, a system, a canal, Panama. Go ahead,
Let's
Megan.
do this. All right. So here's what we do at FPG. We're going to give you our system so we know, or
Yep.
so you know some options you can do to help retain people by communication and support that you're giving them. So
Love it.
We do one live meeting a year. We try to offer. Now, you guys know this is COVID. I mean, a month.
I was going to say,
felt like that's not
one
a lot.
year.
I felt like that's
I was
not,
going to keep
not
going, and then
enough.
I saw Terry quizzically look. Yeah, I was like, okay, something had to have been off. Okay.
We do one Golden Goose get together.
A year. So one live meeting a month is our goal to be able to do. Now it's COVID, so we're doing Zoom or we're
Yep.
doing GoToMeetings, fun stuff. And we're keeping them lively, like we do bingo or scavenger hunts online and all this fun stuff.
Right.
But one time a month, we try to get together with our brokerage.
That's 12 a year.
That's 12 a year. See, I was just doing math.
Except in a leap year.
Yes, and then that's 12.
13.
Is that
Wait, no, it's not 13, is it?
It's still 12. Okay. And then
Our
we do,
200th and final episode, ladies and gentlemen.
we're losing it. It's coming
2020 will
out.
be one extra month added to the
That could happen in 2020. Okay, semi-annuals, we take the time to meet with all of our agents and staff 2 times a year, touch base, make sure they know they're loved, and then hear what they have to say. Feedback is good to be able to make yourself better. We do group coaching 4 times a month, once a week. That'd be easier to say. Once a week, we do a group coaching
52
opportunity.
times a year we do it.
I'm so confused. How many times do we do what?
No, it's very clear.
Just check the post for the document of the numbers. Anyway, reach out and we'll tell you all about it. We do
Quarterly.
group trainings once a week as well. And M3, we just do a conference call. It's great. A brain bash. All these fun things you can do to touch base. And then we do special events a year, holiday parties. We do something called the Fundies, which are our awards.
Yes.
Summer party, FPG gives back quarterly
It's
events.
like the Dundies,
Get it?
but it's fun.
But
Back to you, Megan.
It'd be a lot more fun if we
Mastermind.
just called it undies, and then we threw undies at people
no,
when they
that's
won.
HR problems.
I
Yeah.
don't think that's
No.
allowed, Todd.
No,
No, it's not.
Wah,
Acceptable.
wah. We do masterminds, new agent trainings, team challenges, accountability challenges, stuff like that occasionally. And then each month we just try to touch our agents in different ways. A card, a text, a call, a video. These are all things you're doing for your clients, but we're doing them for our agents. So think through ways that you can get in front of them. It's training, it's recognition, and it's support, by doing these different types of events in different ways, live, virtual, as your calendar allows you to do it, so that you're there for them. And then we use Monday, we mentioned this in a previous podcast, we use a Monday memo email that goes out to the entire brokerage and team so everybody knows what's going on. We do have Slack, which we'll talk about again, and then we do extra staff meetings, when we need to touch base with the staff. That support staff, if you have a team, very important to touch base with them. And then go all in on recognition. That will help with your retention. If you are showing people you care about them, the work that they're doing is important, you would be surprised how much you will get out of just affirming what people are doing and recognizing that.
There you go. Okay, that's a lot, though. It's a lot more than what I bet a lot of people think if they're joining a virtual brokerage or team. Like, all those meetings, it's a lot of time together as a team or touching your agents and your people and things like that. So that's quite a bit. Okay. All right, Todd, put a bow on it for us, buddy. What you
Yeah,
got?
I'd say
Final thoughts?
This is number 200, so make it good.
Yeah, make it really good. It's the 200th episode, Todd.
Wrap.
make it slow.
Oh, he's gonna slow jam the outro.
No, hey, seriously though, all you're doing is we're just saying to wrap it all up is simply take all of that. So you've made a plan, whether you're an agent, brokerage, team leader, whatever the case is, you've made a plan. You got to carry that plan out. So I will say you need to take time and make sure you have a good plan in place.
Yes.
Then carry out the plan. That's all you gotta do. That's it. And if you do that on a consistent basis, I promise you, you will excel in whatever the heck in this world you want to do.
So if you didn't get all those touches, just email us info@boomrealestatepodcast.com. Welcome. We welcome you to the next episode in next week.
Number 201.
Season 4.
201.
Our next 100 episodes starts next time. Not now.
Yeah.
Now.
And if you want to be my stalker, I just need a 33 touch plan